So we start with the DualSense in the market. Is there a possibility that Sony will release the back button accessory similar to the DualShock 4?
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't have back buttons on there from the start because it felt like they were like playing around with that idea. But I could see them doing it. I mean, there's enough room back there. Like Max is showing it now. There's plenty of room for it to be there. The only thing they have to look out for is there's a microphone hole, I think, on the back.
Yeah.
So they'll just have to work around that is all. So you know what I would like to see them do is I'd like to see them try a premium controller like the Xbox Elite series. I'd like to see Sony take a shot at that.
It's difficult for me to imagine a controller more deluxe than this. This has like every feature I've ever wanted in a controller. I can't really imagine more.
It is a good controller.
Probably a better battery life from what I've heard.
Yeah, so I've actually been testing it. The battery life is good. Like this seems like the battery is strong because I've deactivated everything and tested it. It lasts about 10 hours if you turn off rumble and haptic trigger, but with everything on, it burns through it.
Turn everything off that makes it unique. You're good.
Well, I mean, I was just testing how fast it drains, so it's definitely a good battery. But yeah, if you're playing Astro's Playroom specifically, because that uses every feature simultaneously, it will burn down so fast.
It is one of those controllers that I notice like when I'm using it and then I'm done for the night and I go to turn off. I'm like, oh, I'm like 1 or 2 bars down. It's like it shows you 3 bars. I'm like, oh, all right.
I was playing. I think I played for about 2 hours of Immortals, and it was like I was on like a bar left, and I'm like, that game doesn't even use like everything like that. I mean, it uses it, but it's not anything crazy. And I was like, wow, this battery is really bad compared to how it, compared to the other systems. But
well, the problem is the Switch Pro controller is like 40 hours, 30 to 40 hours. It's like you don't really ever notice that thing dying. So
that's true. And even like the Joy-Cons are like 20 hours or something. Like that. So
Jesus,
my Wii U gamepad lasts 30 minutes now.
Improvement.
The Wii U gamepad, I remember, that would
be done pretty quick.
You could get the extended battery from Nintendo if you went to their online store.
Wouldn't that add like this whole brick on the bottom of it too? Like it like you needed did you need like a different thing, like a different cover for the back? No?
I think if it did, I never got it, and it's really hard to find now. And the only time you can find an extended battery for the Wii U gamepad, it's going to be like a third-party one. But Nintendo did like their own first-party releases on the Nintendo official online store. I don't know. I just know that it made it actual like usable. And now, like, man, my gamepad's just done. Like it's gone.
You're still using that Wii U?
Yeah, right.
At least once a day.
What are you playing on that Wii U?
Let me see. Wii Chess. From Europe. Devil's Third. Yeah, that's a good one. Online servers are down, so. Rats. Let's see. What else?
Star Fox Zero.
Okay,
no, not that. Maybe Star
Not
Fox
a bad
Shark.
game.
I'm feeling a little racy. There's tons of stuff on there. They haven't ported Game and Wario yet to Switch. There's still a reason to plug in the Wii.
Dozens of games.
Zelda games.
There's like Breath of the Wild. I need to keep the Wii U plugged in for that. Hyrule Warriors. Keep the Wii U plugged in for that.
There's 2 of games to play on the Wii.
Metroid Prime Trilogy.
Did we forget about Fatal Frame?
Metroid Prime Trilogy. There you go.
I would play. I'm not you, but Xenoblade Chronicles X. That game's still not on the Switch yet. So for me,
that's surprising. It's not there.
Yes.
They're doing everything they can to erase the Wii U right now. They got to move that over.
I feel like they might take a lot of funds. They'll probably take a lot of funds they got from like Xenoblade Definitive Edition to help fund a port of X, because that game's going to be tricky to get to run on the Switch. Not that it can't, but it's a big boy.
It's an interesting game because of the data packs.
Well, and the gamepad, like you actually use the gamepad on the world map stuff. They're gonna have to change stuff up.
Yeah, and then they just
What are you doing, Sean?
People are asking about Immortals on Switch and
we'll go over. We're gonna talk about what we're playing too, so we'll get into that soon. We're gonna work through these Discord questions, then we'll do that.
We're not even on the what you're playing part.
No, we're just going through Black Friday. I changed it up this time. I went to the first topic, and then I'm going to go to what we're playing. I'm just mixing things up.
You never know what happens on this show.
See? I know. It's all over the place. Evan,
Spicy.
what's the other Discord question, Evan?
Has anyone gone back to the prior generations controllers, and how do you feel in the difference between the smooth shells or the textured shells?
I see. Yeah, I like the textured shell. I like the texture shells more, especially like the triggers, because the triggers on the Xbox controller are way better for that. But actually, Scott, did you get on a Series X or a Series S?
God no! Like, I couldn't even get a PS5. I can't get anything except for 3 Switches. I think no. Again, like I kept it open for Walmart when Walmart was doing the little fun little joke that they pulled on like Thanksgiving night or whenever it was. I forget when they were going live at 9 p.m. I kept the Xbox Series X page open for a second just to be like, if it goes. I mean, like I think the hardware is impressive, and I do like that. I do like that there's actual reason to buy one over the other in terms of PS5 or Xbox Series X. I think that's really nice, just because like, Xbox Series X is just like this fully like compatible. It's just like, you have literally all generations of Xbox at least represented. And then PS5 is kind of more so like it is more of like a good new content console at the moment. But yeah, I'm more interested in the PS5 at the moment. But if I see a Series X, I'll get a Series X. I'll get a Series S if I'm feeling weird that day. But you know.
I'll say so. I used the PS4 controller for 10 hours this week, just kind of going back and testing stuff out. I was just doing some battery tests, just for the hell of it, not for a video or anything. I do actually kind of miss the smoothness in a way. I think the texture of the PS5 controller is great, but this thing feels so much lighter, and it feels almost a little bit weird to have a light as hell controller again compared to this chonker.
Yeah, that's a good point.
They're both good, but I feel like for long play sessions, I do kind of I enjoy that super lightness.
This is like a baby controller now,
right? Yeah,
compared to the DualSense, this thing is like tiny. Ugh.
As the years went on, I came to dislike the PS4 controller more and more. Like when I first got it, I was like, I really like this, and as time went on, I think I prefer the Xbox One controller just more now.
I like the offset sticks for a lot of different games for the most part. That's just how I prefer, especially like shooters. Obviously, I like the offset sticks more, but I will say the DualSense is pretty good. Like it is a very good controller. So you'll have to see what you think about that, Scott, when you pick one up.
If
What's
you're never gonna get a PS5. Give me your copy of Sackboy, Scott. I'll play it. I'll platinum and mail it back.
Man.
Now that people know that you weren't able to get a PS5, people are just gonna hit you with so many messages on Twitter whenever they go live. You're just gonna get crushed.
I'm gonna find it. I want to find it in the wild. Thank you very much.
They'll probably just send you one now at this point.
I want to find one in the wild. Thank you very much. I at least get to see what the cases look like. It was really disappointing.
That's how it was when I remember back in the day. I think I got a Nintendo 64 game before I got the 64, and I was like, "This is what I have for a month now. All right, let's make it last." So I remember I would look through the manual like every day. It was so sad. Now I'm looking back on it.
Yeah,
it was like
they couldn't even change the case color. This is so lame. I hate it. It just like make it black or white or something like that. That would at least kind of like blend in with the white a lot more. It just feels cheap. I don't know. It's just like they just are like, we have a lot of PS4 cases left.
It looks like I've got my big old PS4 collection. Art. Yeah, and I have my PS5 games at the end of my PS4 collection, and it just looks like one solid shelf. You can't even tell the difference. It's just like
blend in.
Yeah.
I think this is like also the first PlayStation console that doesn't have a unique like box for the games, because like they all had different ones.
Yeah, you're right, actually, because we had PS1, PS2, PS3. Yeah,
they're giving up.
Come on, why spend more money?
PS1 cases were the worst. Like
they were just
so I've got
those things. Those were like Cheez-It boxes.
I have the big. I have like the original big box Doom, the cardboard, the tall boxes they have.
I love those tall boxes.
I have those, so cool. And then I also, of course, have hundreds of the
cardboard ones. Jewel cases, man.
Yeah, I have the cardboards. I think I have one right here behind me. I think I have Doom.
Yeah, just because they break easily, it's not their fault.
What's the other Discord question, Evan?
The other guy wanted to have me ask this question next week. So the last one is last week I asked a question from a guy who said he made it sound like he didn't like Rumble, but apparently he does. It actually he avoids using his Wavebird and his Switch Lite because he actually prefers Rumble. And I guess he's
First of all, the Wavebird's amazing. But go on.
I mean it's an amazing controller, but I guess he's wondering if anyone else feels kind of the same way if they prefer Rumble. I guess for some things.
I like a good little Rumble.
I always made my sisters play on the Wavebirds, and I use the wired controller.
Interesting.
Same thing. Hey, you know how many cues that you can get just from playing with Rumble? Especially if it's a game that's like actually has like it programmed in. Like if you think of like Splatoon on the Switch, there's so many little like effects that go into that game where if you play it on mute, like you can feel the different vibrations for different weapons or different subs and stuff. It's pretty cool.
Animal Crossing too, like fishing. You gotta.
That's true.
Has that little rumble.
Yeah, you gotta feel the rumble.
Yeah. Don't have it.
I guess more in competitive shooters where we turn the rumble off. Like Halo, we'd turn rumble off. Call of Duty, we'd turn rumble off.
Why? The aim is to still help you regardless.
Because
Rumble stays on.
Rumble stays on for that.
Yeah, Rumble stays on.
I think I told you that back in the day when we played tons of Halo, we broke open these controllers, these third-party Xbox controllers that were easy to unscrew, and we took the rumble wires and we put them into a little strip of metal. So when you got hits playing Halo, it would actually shock you a little bit. So we would play Halo.
I don't know if I'd go that far.
It was really low voltage. It wasn't enough to like make your hands see anything, but it hurt. I mean, it was like, every time you got hit, it was like licking a 9-volt battery or something. And so we used to call it Psycho Edition. And I've tried to find a way to redo that mod for a video.
Animaniacs over here and some crazy. What's wrong with you guys?
What? This is
We
like
get
high
it.
school. High school.
We get a
high school.
taser.
Did you also play the Electric Triangle and Marching Band?
White people shit.
You just get a taser.
My mom would slap the African American out of me if we did that.
Well,
Like,
let me just be clear. I was not bullied enough. I was bullied, but I wasn't bullied enough.
why would you do that?
What's that?
What else you supposed to do when you're bored?